This is Bomb Hoops Podcast.
Hi everyone, this is Palm Hoops Podcast presented by Jem and Jello. Make sure to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe. And click the notification bell as well to be updated on our newest releases. Follow our socials as well. Just check the description down below. And finally, tol, after a few months, our Spotify is back up and running.
Yes,
and guys,
yun nga.
also in the description down below. Check nyo yan.
Yan, subscribe na kayo, no? Nandun na yung lahat ng contents namin soon. I-upload namin yung lahat ng mga previous podcasts. And yung current podcast, every episode naka-upload naman dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This past week, actually, pinuyat ako nito. And kung mapapansin ninyo sa Twitter namin, doon ako lalagay ng play-by-play ko sa mga nangyayari
Gulat
sa
ako
trade deadline. As in, nakatulog ako noon. Past 3 a.m. na. So, syempre, ina-expect natin na may gagawin yung Lakers eh. Kasi sa rumor mill, ang daming nalilink sa kanila. So, I was very curious kung ano yung mangyayari. Pero napakaraming mga moves na nangyari. It was, sabi ata ni Vooch, 16 trades yung nangyari sa trade deadline. I think the most in NBA history.
Yep. Ang daming nangyari talaga. Actually, nagkakarera nga sila ni Shams Charania ng mga news nila eh. Parang sa 16 trades na yon, 13 yung reported ni Woj, tapos 3 lang kay Shams. Kaya talo si Shams.
Pero to be fair naman, parang reputation na rin kasi ni Vooch yung
Woj bombs.
Yung mag-announce ng transaction sa NBA, not just trades, mga signings, waivings, and yung mga iba pang transactions na nangyayari. And I think kasi may direct na contact siya sa mga teams, kaya updated siya agad sa mga nangyayari.
Tsaka feeling ko trustworthy kasi siya na reporter na walang mag-spill na balita in case na hindi pa fully confirmed. Alam nilang walang lalabas na rumors pagka si Vooch yung sinabihan. I don't know about Shams, pero I think trustworthy din naman si Shams kasi minsan si Shams talaga yung nauuna sa mga big news. Like, if I can remember correctly, si Shams yung nauna doon sa Lakers trade for AD eh.
So, ayun. Anyway, let's go over yung mga nangyari nung day na yun. And ano ba yung mga major movements na nangyari? And what does it mean sa buong NBA? So, let's start with the pinakamatunog na nangyari nung time na yun was the Chicago Bulls trade na nakuha nila si Nikola Vucevic para makadagdag sa firepower nila offensively. So, I think yun yung pinaka-polarizing na trade sa buong araw na yun. So, what are your thoughts about that?
Actually, it's a big-time trade by the Chicago Bulls kasi yung lineup nila, wala silang interior presence. Simula nung nawala na sila Noah, sila Taj Gibson, wala naman silang na-establish na big man talaga eh. You can say Bobby Portis, pero hindi rin eh. He put up the numbers, sila ni Mirotic, pero nagsuntukan lang yung dalawa eh.
Ayun. So, to be fair naman, si Bobby Portis, maganda naman pinapakita niya ngayon sa Milwaukee Bucks.
Pero hindi siya legitimate inside presence. Ngayon
hindi siya all-star.
Hindi siya all-star. Ito si Vucevic, this is a 24-12 guy na nagsushoot ng 43% from 3, di ba? So, sobrang laking upgrade from Wendell Carter Jr. and sa mga centers nila na nandun. Although, ang malaking issue dito is yung fit tsaka yung time na available para sa kanila. Kasi currently, the Bulls are in the mix for the playoffs pero ang labo ng seedings ng East. So, kung di sila makapag-build up ng chemistry agad with Zach LaVine and the rest of the guys on the team, medyo bad trade. For the short term.
So, currently nga, they are number 10 sa Eastern Conference and that's a major red flag kung ikaw yung nasa ganung position kasi walang kasiguraduhan kung makapag-playoffs ka ba. And dito nga sa East, 1 or 2 games lang, ang daming pwedeng mag-shake up sa standings kasi from number 4 pababa, sobrang dikit ng standings nila. 1 or 2 games away lang yung mga teams. And sa mga advanced metrics lang sila nagkakatalo talaga. So, yung number 1 nga is yung Sixers, number 2 is yung Nets, tapos number 3, Bucks. I mean, yung tatlong yun, expected naman na right from the start na sila yung magiging tatlong contenders for the Eastern Conference. And the rest, lahat sila dikit. So, ayun, with that move, actually, I think nag-benefit both teams na Orlando and Chicago Bulls. Sa Orlando naman, yes, they made the playoffs consecutive years, pero dalawang panalo lang yung nagawa nila eh. And parang I think kung judging yung lineup nila noon, yun na yung peak nila eh. Hindi na talaga sila lalakas. Kasi wala naman silang pantapat to the Giannis Antetokounmpo, to the Kyrie Irvings, James Hardens. Wala silang pantapat sa ganun eh. Though they are competitive, pero they won't win major matchups against playoff contending teams. So, with that, parang sinil nila na tara, rebuild na tayo. Parang kailangan na natin ng change para to progress. And I actually think it's a very good move kasi nag-benefit yung ibang team sa kanila and sila rin nag-benefit. Nakakuha nga sila ng first round pick from the Chicago Bulls. So, we never know. Baka by that time, biglang bumagsak pala yung Bulls. So, mapaganda pa yun sa kanila. And it's an opportunity na rin for Mo Bamba na ma-expose. Kasi actually, yun yung pinaka naging criticism sa front office ng Orlando Magic na they drafted Bamba pero hindi nila binibigyan masyado ng opportunity since ang superstar player nga nila si Nikola Vucevic.
Oo nga, yun nga yung nakakatawa sa nila kasi kung tutusin, ba't nila din draft si Mo Bamba in the first place? To replace a center or to be a starting center? Kasi by the time na dinraft nila si Mo Bamba, parang balak na nila i-trade si Vucevic pero hindi nila magawa kasi pumapasok sila ng playoffs and this were the playoffs factors in as a money-making machine. Kasi playoffs sila, so ibig sabihin more attendance. So kahit di sila nananalo, dun okay lang. Basta may playoffs, basta may kita. And that falls on the ownership na talaga na hindi ganun ka-committed to winning. Kaya I don't see the Magic being a great team right away because probably they'll be doing moves just to keep them afloat again. Pero assuming that they can get a star out of the draft, definitely gagawa to ng move para ma-improve yung team nila. Pero they can bank on semi-stars like Aaron Gordon or Vucevic again. Gusto nila mag-succeed.
Ayun nga, and promising naman yung young core ng Orlando Magic. You have yung favorite player ko nga na si Markelle Fultz na sadly na injure. And sayang nga kasi ang ganda ng pinapakita niya early in the season. And in fact, despite the shortcomings ng Orlando Magic, nagawa nila yung best franchise start nila in their history na 4-0. Kaso after 9 games na lang yung pinanalo nila eh. So medyo tameme tayo doon. And going back, parang etong Magic dapat lang talaga na mag-rebuild na sila kasi first of all, hindi na nagsa-struggle na sila eh. Tapos dumagdag pa yung injury nila Markelle Fultz, Jonathan Isaac. Tapos si Cole Anthony minsan hindi nga nakapaglaro. So, okay din na kunin na nila yung time na to rebuild. Kasi perhaps, sana nga makakuha nila yung number 1 pick, for example. And sinasabi nila, it's either Evan Mobley or Cade Cunningham. Magandang fit yung mga especially si Cade Cunningham. Gusto ko yung fit niya kasi wing na guard yun eh. So, kung pumasok dyan, let's say si Cade Cunningham, tapos bumalik sila Fultz, sila Cole Anthony, si Jonathan Isaac, baka mag-content agad to sa isang playoff spot sa East.
Malaking bagay para sa akin. Since meron naman sila mga vets na nagstay pa rin dun sa team. And ayun nga, si Markelle Fultz, maganda yung laro niya. Ayun, dagdag na natin dito yung trade na ginawa rin nila with Evan Fournier for a bunch of bench pieces, I think, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, na binigay na nila sa Boston Celtics for some draft picks din. Okay na yun, I think, for the Orlando Magic since nag-pick na tong si Fournier. And I think they made the most naman with the trade with what's available. As for the Celtics, what does Evan Fournier bring to the table? Scorer lang siya eh. I don't see any part of his game contributing further aside from his scoring. So are they looking for someone to replace yung production na nawala with Gordon Hayward going to the Hornets? I think that's the reason why. Pero merong intangible si Gordon Hayward na wala si Evan Fournier that can never be replaced by a player like Evan Fournier. Like yung defense and playmaking niya.
Ayun nga, and netong debut game nga lang ni Evan Fournier sa Celtics, 0 points siya, 0 out of 10 I think sa field goals.
33 minutes.
33 minutes. So nag-workout lang siya nung time na yun, papawis lang.
Tamang jogging lang. Parang tito mo lang sa court na, sige, laro tayo, pero jogging lang ako.
Shout out nga pala kay Tony Snell.
Ang godfather ng mga zero stat lines.
Pero, ayun isa ko pang nakita sa Celtics is, pinakawalan nila si Daniel Theis, yung nag-iisang reliable inside defender nila. Pinamigay nila. I'm very skeptical about that move kasi hirap na nga sila ngayon. Tapos tatanggalin mo pa yung main defender mo. I mean, main interior defender mo. Pinalitan nila ng Moritz Wagner. Yes, he might be young and he can space the floor. Pero sino na yung re-rebound? Sino na yung de-defend? And Tristan Thompson is not enough for the Boston Celtics to say na panatag na sila dun. Kasi yes, Tristan Thompson might be a good hustle guy and can give you offensive rebounds. Pero yun na yun Hindi naman siya two-way player na may go-to offensive move na kayang score ng 15 to 20 points any given night. So, nakulangan ako sa move na yun ng Celtics.
Actually, kahit ako nakulangan ako sa move na yun. And questionable, bakit? Are they saving up? Kasi probably itong si Theis magpapabayad na ng malaki. Kasi if I'm not mistaken, he was an undrafted player. So, probably yung contract niya, I think he would earn around 8 to 9 million. If you're gonna ask me, based on production and impact on the team, he's worth that money. So, kung nagtitipid si Danny Ainge, that must be it. Pero, why would you be saving up money right now na you're trying to make the playoffs at the peak of your star wing players? Parang counterproductive yun sa development ng players mo Parang pinilayan mo sila actually just because you want to save money. And wala kang kinuhang kapalit na impactful man lang do sa nawala. At least they should have tried to get JaVale McGee or Bismack Biyombo, pero hindi Wala silang ginawa talaga na effective dun sa team. Actually, anong aambag ni Moritz Wagner dun sa team na yun? Na sure may spacing, sure may konting rebounding, pero still young. Wala pa siyang wala pa yung playoff mentality para sa kanya, unlike Theis na subok na despite the young age.
So let's move on dun sa trade naman ng Denver Nuggets involving the Orlando Magic na naman. Is nakuha nila
naka-fire sale tong Orlando.
Nakuha nila si Aaron Gordon and I think ito yung perfect trade talaga. And arguably the best deal from the trade deadline kasi napunan nung trade na yon yung pangangailangan nila kasi you cannot expect to start Paul Millsap sa 4 at his age. Yes, he can be a good player off the bench, a good spark na can be a mentor sa mga young players. Pero you need someone na someone na kaya makipagsabayan kila Jokic, kila Murray. And ayun na nga si Aaron Gordon na nga yung sagot sa sa mga problems nila.
Tsaka ayun nga tol, if you've noticed nga na hindi na talaga siya effective defender nung playoffs nga lang. Hindi niya na kaya sabayan si LeBron. Even AD, lalong hindi niya kaya si AD. Kaya they really needed this replacement for Jeremy Grant na I think he is actually a better defender than Jeremy Grant given his size and athleticism.
So, tsaka maganda pa dito kay Aaron Gordon. Hindi niya kailangan na nasa kanya yung bola. Di ba si Jeremy Grant, hindi nila na-maximize. Kasi tingnan mo itong nangyari sa Pistons, di ba? Na nung binigyan siya ng opportunity to have the ball to him, talagang lumabas yung laro niya And si Aaron Gordon, hindi niya kailangan ng ganun.
Kasi nakita na natin yung ganun And hindi maganda yung outcome. Medyo sablayan.
Na hindi siya bagay na hindi siya bagay na spot-up shooter.
Hindi siya bagay na star.
Yeah. perhaps kung libre, pwede naman, ganun. I can see having a similar role to Blake Griffin, ganun, sa Clippers nung time na yun, na he's not really ball dominant, parang taga-catch ng lobs, cut sa ring, tapos layups, ganun, and the occasional jump shot. Pero you have Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic naman to do the heavy lifting sa offense. So, ang maganda dito kay Gordon, complementary player siya. And I think it's an upgrade sa front court nila. So,
I think yung framework ng laro na dapat sundan ni Aaron Gordon is how Sean Marion played for the Dallas Mavericks, na despite being a former All-Star, hindi na siya nag-rely do sa strengths niya dati as an All-Star. Nag-focus siya sa defense. Defense, doing the right plays, just going with the flow of the offense. And given na meron ka dalawang high-quality playmakers, di mo na talaga kailangan maghanap ng shots mo. Yung shots na yung pupunta para sa'yo.
Ayun, so, yung si Aaron Gordon naman, bata pa to Ito yung pinaka-major plus talaga sa Denver Nuggets. Pasok siya sa timeline ni Jokic, nila Murray, nila Bol. So, by the time na mag-age na sila, sabay-sabay. Hindi yung may isang maiiwan, na may isang matatrade sa isang team. I'm pretty sure kung may aalis dyan, magsasabay-sabay sila. Kasi same age group sila. So, unlike kung ilalagay mo nga dyan si Paul Millsap, hirap yan kasi iba yung
pace.
Iba yung age niya. Compared sa most of the players ng Denver Nuggets. So, shout out sa front office ng
Nuggets
and Denver Nuggets in doing this trade. And ayun, and I think with that trade kaya na siguro nila makipagsabayan with the top teams of the NBA.
Ayun, so cover na lang natin yung mga minor trades na nangyari. One of the minor trades na nangyari is actually Rondo going to the Clippers in exchange for Lou Will. I consider this minor trade kasi Rondo, as much as he is a good player, he doesn't really move the needle for the Clippers given na yung injury history niya and yung motivation niya. Kasi magaling lang si Rondo pagka gusto niya yung team na pinaglalaroan niya. Ngayon, gusto niya ba maglaro sa Clippers? That's a big question mark.
Tapos, so di ba na-discuss din naman natin about our video sa Clippers. Guys, check out yung video namin na kailangan nila ng point guard na passing guard, and I think from the available assets, for the available players in the market, si Rajon Rondo na yung pinaka okay,
best fit.
So I think ito na yung best possible move na pwedeng magawa ng Clippers.
In theory, on paper, okay talaga kasi, ayun, na-address yung needs nila. Pero, meron na tayong mga outside factors na kailangan consider. Yun nga, given yung attitude ni Rondo and injury history. So, I think yun yung question marks moving forward.
So, I'd like, George Hill. Siya na lang sana kasi mas gusto ko yung fit niya sa Clippers. And ayun nga, si George Hill napunta na ng
to the Sixers.
And another underrated trade na naman to, na mas strengthen na yung backcourt nila, na pag inupo mo si Ben Simmons, someone can play, may playmaker pa din na panatag ka. So hindi kailangan maglaro ng point guard ni Seth Curry and just play the shooting guard na natural position niya.
And for another high quality shooter to. If you remember, last year siya yung leading ng 3-point percentage at 50.
And ayun, another underrated trade I think is the Norman Powell trade for Gary Trent Jr. Yung trade na to, I think this is a financial move for the Portland Trail Blazers. Kasi, yes, napag-usapan na nga natin na si Gary Trent Jr. May all-star potential.
May potential talaga Kompleto
ang problem kasi noon, restricted free agent siya this coming off season. So, I'm assuming na since marami rin naman na nagsasabi na may all-star potential siya, hihingi ng mabigat na money yan. So, and I think may plano ang Portland sa off-season, perhaps a third star to complement Lillard and McCollum. Baka yun yung gawin nila this off-season. So, they need every cap room they can have in this coming off-season. Kasi, buying team tong Portland kailangan, there's this one piece na kailangan pa nila before maging contending team. And I think they're on their way na.
And for the Raptors naman, I think start na ng rebuild to. And yun nga, for the next episode, didiscuss natin yung future ni Kyle Lowry. Pero let's focus on the Raptors in general. They're going on a rebuild na, I think, na yun, nagko-collect na sila ng young players. And maganda yung core nila para sa akin kung magfo-focus sila kay Van Vliet, kay Siakam, and kay Gary Trent.
Isa pa yun, yung sa Raptors, since medyo tagilid din sila sa standings ngayon, it's a reasonable move to go full rebuild mode sa franchise nila. Kasi hindi mo i-expect na magcha-champion ka or magpe-playoff, magko-contend ka sa playoffs pag isa, dalawa lang yung options mo tapos the rest wala na. Kailangan mo talaga ng core. And kailangan ng support ni Fred VanVleet tsaka ni Siakam to do that. And itong si Kyle Lowry, which we'll be discussing in the next episode, is dapat nga matitrade In-expect na natin na magagalaw siya kasi ang daming ginawang moves ng Raptors para makapag-open up ng isang roster spot. And yet, wala nangyari. So, I think wala nang future plan si Lowry sa Raptors. After nung season na to, siguro 90% chance na aalis na yan.
Tol, alam mo ba, pwede na natin i-monetize yung podcast natin through podmetrics.co.
Uy, ang galing naman. Pwede na pala yun.
Yup, through podmetrics.co, tayong mga local podcasters dito sa Pilipinas na hindi pa na-monetize through Anchor, pwede na natin i-monetize through ad campaigns from Lazada, Shopee, GoDaddy.com, and even Red Doors.
Ayan guys, so use our code PalmHoopsPodcast to get $5 free when you get your podcast monetized on podmetrics.co. Again, use our code PalmHoopsPodcast and enjoy $5 free when you get your podcast monetized. So yung $5, 250 pesos na yan. May pang grab food ka na dyan.
And na-enjoy mo na yung passion mo, kumita ka pa. 2 birds with 1 stone, di ba? Again, just check out podmetrics.co. Tol, the party's not over with the Lazada birthday sale.
Kaya nga sobrang lupit naman yan.
Yeah, we can enjoy 4 times more free shipping vouchers and 10% gift vouchers from April 4 to 6. Ang lupit, di ba?
Ayan, so use our link that's on the screen and it's also on the description down below.
And again, Lazada birthday sale is still going on and you can enjoy free shipping vouchers and 10% gift vouchers. Ayan, Lazada, online shopping, enjoy nyo na. Lazada. So, after the trades, here comes the buyout market na. And with the buyout market, the rich just became richer. The Brooklyn Nets getting Lamarcus Aldridge and the Lakers getting Andre Drummond. Sobrang epic na pickups nito. Kasi for the Lakers, they filled up a roster need na kailangan nila ng rim runner big man na for a moment na pinill up ni Damian Jones, pero with Andre Drummond, that's a significant upgrade.
Yeah. Walking 2020 player yun
Matik.
So, and you can expect at least 12 rebounds in a game for Andre Drummond. Na kailangan talaga ng Lakers kasi nagsastruggle sila sa defensive end. Pag si Harrell yung majority na minutes sa center. With that, parang may ease up yung pangangailangan nila and they can just focus on scoring kasi may Andre Drummond So, mas magkakaroon ka ng confidence to shoot. And for the scorers na Lakers, this is good news. Especially for Kyle Kuzma na ang hilig ngang pull up 3. Kasi may
tagapulot na siya
May tagapulot na siya ng offensive rebound. So, as a shooter, you'll be more confident na, okay lang na tumira ako ng tres, makukuha naman ng kakampi ko Ganun yung magiging mentality nila.
And so, na-address yung needs ng Lakers na nawala. Nung simula nung nawala si Howard in particular nawala sila ng weak side defender na shot blocker. Wala na Kasi even though you have Marc Gasol, effective siya kasi magaling sa IQ defense si Marc Gasol. As in na-anticipate niya yung movements ng mga kalaban. Pero di takot yung mga slashers and mga guards na umatake ng rim kasi alam nilang kaya nilang tumira ng floater and hindi maaabot ni Marc Gasol to. Unlike with Andre Drummond, talagang big presence
na sumali nga ng slam dunk contest to dati. So, alam mong may verticality to. And ayun nga, kayang kumuha ng 20 rebounds niyan any given night. So, that's something na na bago sa Lakers And as a Laker fan, I'm really excited kung ano
same here.
mangyayari dito.
Sobrang bagong dynamic talaga eh. Kasi hindi lang siya si JaVale, hindi lang siya si Dwight. He's a scorer too. Sobrang iba.
And perhaps a big three in LeBron, AD, tapos si Drummond.
Literal na big three. Literal na malaki.
And yung complementary pieces nila, you have guys like Dennis Schroeder, si Alex Caruso, na solid
Kuzma,
na guard. Si Kuzma. So, parang if you're a Laker fan, wala ka nang hihingin. Literal na, wala ka nang hihingin talaga. So,
kung may reklamo ka pa, gago ka.
Ayun. So, ang kulang na lang dito is pag gumaling na sa injury tong si LeBron tsaka si AD. Yun na lang iniintay natin. So, ako, for me, they just become the heavy favorites for the Western Conference. Again. Kasi sila na nga heavy favorites nung start nung season. Tapos dinagdag mo pa si Andre Drummond. So, what more?
Tapos yan, makakalaban nila ngayon yan, I think, and this would go to a Game 7, is, yun nga, yung Brooklyn Nets. Kasi nagdagdag na naman sila ng player na, although weird yung fit kasi, scorer din to si Aldridge, and what else can Aldridge offer to the team except maybe for a little rebounding and little defense? Pero, can you actually slot Lamarcus Aldridge next to Blake Griffin in the lineup? Parang sapaw.
I think nasa system kasi ng Brooklyn. Remember, yung coach nila is Steve Nash. Assistant coach nila, Mike D'Antoni. So, it's a very offensive-oriented team. I can understand bakit scoring yung gusto nilang focus. Kasi, yung system nila, it favors that eh. Though, for me, come playoff time, kailangan mo ng depensa. Hindi pwedeng i-outscore mo lang. Nakita nga natin yung ano ba nangyari sa Houston Rockets all these years, di ba? Na they try to outscore the opponent and pag lumalamig sila, wala na, talo na. Kaya I'm quite scared for the Brooklyn Nets. Aside pa sa questionable injury ni Kevin Durant na ang labo nga eh. Parang malala ba to? Nagpapahinga lang ba siya? Kasi if you can remember, dapat may fine yan kung hindi virus-related yung yung injury mo or yung reason kung ba't ka wala. Dapat naglalaro ka. So, hindi ko alam. Baka may something na nangyari dito sa sa Brooklyn Nets. And I think, this might be a long shot, pero kaya nila kinuha si Griffin and Lamarcus Aldridge is if ever hindi babalik si Kevin Durant, someone can cover the offensive load na mawawala sa kanya.
Kasi ang tagal na Ang tagal na nung in-announce tong injury ni Durant. Na una, ang diagnosis would be 2 to 3 weeks, then another 2 weeks, then another 2 weeks. So, ano ba talaga yung nangyari doon sa binti ni Kevin Durant? Ano talaga yung issue? Is this an effect of the previous Achilles injury? Or is this a different injury na baka malala din? Pero hopefully not, kasi sayang naman. Ang ganda ng start niya, ang ganda ng start ng Brooklyn. And baka masayang lang yung career niya. And to be honest, I'm still hating on Kevin Durant. Pero sayang talaga kung hindi niya mapufulfill yung kabuuan ng career niya.
So, again, hindi nila in-address yung paulit-ulit nating sinasabi na kailangan nila, which is
rebounding and defense.
Parang kaya nga nahirapan kayo eh. Kasi nawala si Jarrett Allen. Ba't hindi kayo kumuha ng solution for that problem? Di ba, sabi na, at one point nga, di ba, they were the best offensive team in NBA history. However, they are also the worst defensive team in NBA history. So, parang pag ganun yung nangyari sa inyo, kailangan nyo ng defender. And wala silang kinuhang defender sa mga signings and trades nila na ginawa.
Actually, they tried to with Andre Robertson and Eman Shumpert kasi tinanggal din nila kasi these players are washed up na rin. Pero, kailangan talaga nila rebounding and defense. Pero hindi sila nag-attempt na kuhanin si JaVale. Na we forgot to mention pala, isa sa Denver Nuggets na rin.
Return of the Shakti na full king.
Alley-oop mo ulit kay Farid.
Ayun, so, parang
going back to the Nets, Walang nagbago sa team nila except nagdagdag lang sila ng another 12 points.
Kaya nga maraming holes yung team ng Brooklyn. I'm not saying na hindi na nila kaya mag-champ. I mean, they are more than capable of winning a championship. Nasa iyo ba naman si Durant, Kyrie, tsaka si Harden? Harden nga pala playing at an MVP level ngayon.
Sabi nga niya, actually, he's the MVP.
So, to be honest mas pipiliin ko pa din yung 76ers to come out of the East. Kasi mas kumpleto silang team Perhaps, medyo mababa yung star power nila compared to Brooklyn. Pero yung team needs nila, mas kumpleto kaysa sa Brooklyn. Kaya I'm taking them, above the Brooklyn Nets.
I think, tol, yung magiging contest ko dyan sa argument mo na yan is, if you remember the 2011 Heat versus the 2011 Chicago Bulls. The 2011 Chicago Bulls, kompleto tong team na to May shooters, may defenders, may star players. Particularly, Derrick Rose, prime Derrick Rose, MVP Derrick Rose. Parang, tas best record sila sa NBA noon. So, parang expected mo, shit, ang lakas nito. Paano matatalo to ng Heat? Pero yung Heat, kompleto na star players Star players still beat chemistry at some point. Pero star players can be beat by star players plus chemistry.
So, sinasabi nga rin natin, every play of time, it's about the star players. Hindi yan about sa mga role players nyo. It's about the star players.
And for another underrated na buyout pickup is Jeff Teague going to the Bucks.
Yes.
Yun, napalitan na si DJ Augustine with Jeff Teague na, sabi mo nga, dagdag improvement to. Na meron silang steady hand na playmaker na pwede pumalit kay Jrue Holiday for spurts.
So, with that, mas ma-afford ng Bucks to play Giannis as a cutter, not as a ball handler. And I think that favors him more kasi yung focus ng defense on him will reduce. Kasi parang hindi na siya yung main ball handler. So, parang mas mag-shift yung focus sa guards kaysa sa kanya. And ito nga isa sa mga weaknesses ni Giannis na pag dino-double team na siya sa lane, nahihirapan na siya, tas kailangan niyang i-kick out yung bola. If you can remember, ganun yung nangyari noong 2019 sa playoff series nila against the Raptors, kaya sila natalo nun na once they adjusted sa ginagawa ni Giannis, na-solve na nila yung problema nila.
One trick pony kasi yung Bucks So, yun, kailangan lang nilang dagdagan yung options nila talaga.
So, ayun guys, before we end this episode, just comment down below ano ba yung mga thoughts ninyo. Perhaps baka may trade kaming na-miss. Paalala nyo sa amin dyan sa comment section. And kung may mga suggestion kayong mga topics gusto nyo pag-usapan, like may trabaho na ba ako? Or yung
may jowa na ba ako?
So,
may papakilala kayo. Pakilala nyo na rin.
Ayan, so comment down below nyo lang. And shoutout nga pala kung may nakikinig sa Spotify namin.
Shoutout sa inyo.
Every launch namin na episodes sa YouTube, sasabay namin yan sa Spotify. So we got
kasunod na agad yan.
Yan. So tipid sa data yan guys, especially ngayon na minsan mahirap sa internet. Gusto nyo makatipid sa data, mag-Spotify na lang kayo.
Yep. And again, this is Pumps Podcast. My name is Jello. This is my partner Jem. See you in the next episode.
Okay.